just gonna start this a little early while I set up. So just hang in there with me. We'll be starting around 10 o'clock. But I just want to get this up so I know it's not nervous right now. good morning again. 10 o'clock every day. We'll be here doing a little flow. I'm going to try and kind of go with the cycles of the moon. Tomorrow's a full moon, so we might get a little bit more high energy today. I kind of want to focus on the core. What else was I going to say? I feel like, I don't know if anyone's feeling this way, but we're supposed to stay at home, and I feel like I've created a to-do list out of absolutely nothing, where I'm like, I really don't have to do anything today at all, and then I just have like a 7-thing to-do list. So it's funny how we kind of create this need to be proactive and do things all the time and accomplish things no matter whether you're being invited into stillness or not. And it's not like big deal. It's just like, oh, look up my astrology chart, see if I can figure out how to read that. Or like, I have yoga at this time and I have a Zoom talk at this time and then I need to clean a little bit and plant some seeds, and it's all really good fun stuff. Which is awesome and makes me really happy, but it's just really interesting, and I've just been kind of reflecting on that, like, oh, I have nothing to do today, how can I make myself have more things on my plate? It's just this weird human dynamic. So anyway, we're going to get started today. You can just sit down on your sit bones if that feels good, or on your knees. Right now I'm just sitting on my heels with my knees bent. You're just going to take a couple deep breaths and just kind of bring that energy down. Close the eyes, relax through the face. Keep taking some deep breaths. If you're just joining in and just waking up, you can definitely tune in and just listen and kind of follow the breath work that we're going to be doing. Also, I'm really excited. I've been looking at gongs online. I really want a gong, and I've wanted one for like probably the past 2 or 3 years. So, yeah, that might be coming soon. We shall see. I'm going to sleep on it a couple days and kind of just ask for some clarity around that, but I really, really want one, and there's one that's been calling me since I did my sound healing training, and it just kind of popped back into my life, and I'm just like, how cool would a gong be? We could do some really epic sound baths with the bowls and a gong. But just deepen your breath, keep breathing. Again, I'm sitting on my heels with my knees bent, but you can totally sit cross-legged in easy pose, whatever is calling you this morning. And just a couple more breaths. Really feel that cleansing power of the breath coming through the belly and through the lungs. And we're just going to do some breath work where you're going to take an inhale, hold at the top for about 10 seconds. You can start more at like 5 or 6 seconds, and then kind of gradually work your way up a little bit more. Just do what you can. So it'll be like an inhale, hold the breath in, and you'll take another sip of air, and you'll hold that for 6 to 10 seconds, and then you'll let it out. And this is the hardest part. On the exhale, hold that for 5 seconds. The exhale hold is going to be a little bit less than the inhale. It can be a little scary, so just do what you can. Yay! I think I just saw Natalie pop in. So anyway, so you're going to take a big inhale, really fill up the belly all the way up. And at the top, sip in a little bit more air in the nose. And we're going to hold this for about 10 seconds. And then exhale. Hold it for 5. Big inhale. Hold it for 6 to 10 seconds. And exhale. hold. Big inhale. Hold at the top. We'll do one more cycle. Exhale. Hold. Big inhale. Sip some more air up. And hold. And exhale. Take a couple breaths in and out. Notice how you're feeling. I use that one when I'm trying to fall asleep at night, and if I can't fall asleep, I really focus on just breathing in, holding for a while, exhale, holding for a while, and you just get in this pattern up and down. I was actually doing this last night because I couldn't fall asleep, and I was out in probably 3 of those. So it's like a really good trick to have, is just some little breathing techniques to help you if your kind of mind is chattering or wandering and you're finding it hard to kind of just relax for the night. So really good breath work to do. Notice how your brain's feeling, notice how your body's feeling. It kind of just brings you back down. So after that, we're just going to come to a tabletop position. So you're going to be on your knees and on your hands. And really spread through the fingertips. I'm going to tip this one down a little bit. Spread through the fingertips. Your knees are about as wide as your hips, and we're going to engage through the core. And tuck your toes, and we'll just do some cat-cow. So drop your belly, look up, inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop the belly, really stretch through the belly. We're going to get into the core here in a couple minutes. Exhale, round. Just take some organic movements if that feels good to you. You can take some big circles with the hips, both directions. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round. Just a couple more, really getting into the shoulders, waking those up, the hips up. Maybe bring it all the way back, stretch through the arms under the armpits. So just really organically flowing, whatever feels good to you. Awesome. And then we're going to get right to it. So drop to your elbows, hands flat on the mat. And you want your elbows about shoulder width distance apart. Hands are straight ahead, so your hands are really nice and parallel to each other. We're just going to step back into plank. So this is a modified plank. If this is a little too hard for you, feel free to drop your knees as well. That's totally fine. Same muscle groups getting worked there. And hold here. Really press through the hands, pull the belly in. Push through the heels, make sure the hips are nice and low. Keep breathing, hang in there with me. We'll take 3 more breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Last big inhale. Exhale. At the end of the exhale, drop the knees. Come into puppy pose. So you're just straightening through the arms. Really feel that nice stretch through the chest. You can keep your forehead on the mat or your chin if you want a little deeper. And then big inhale. We're going to come right back into that forearm plank. So lift up the knees if that's accessible to you and hold. Really feel that core firing up. Pressing through the hands, through the elbows. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. 1 more big inhale. At the end of the exhale, drop the knees. Awesome. Then we're just going to take a little embryo pose for just a moment. Just take 1 breath, bringing your heels back to your knee, or your hips back to your heels, knees together. And then come and sit on up. So we're going to be sitting on our heels kind of just like we started. And we're going to just kind of take a nice little back bend so you can bring your arms, palms face out, head up. Really feel the stretch through the chest, through the belly. Then inhale, we'll come back to tabletop. And from here, we're just going to tuck our toes and come into a downward facing dog. And make sure with your downward dog, your fingertips are nice and spread. You're pressing through the pads of your fingers. Tuck the toes, and like we've been going through the last couple days, you want to shift your weight back so your belly comes onto the tops of the thighs. Pause here. Then once it feels good, see if you can straighten through the legs, keeping all that length through the back. Pedal out the feet. Take a couple breaths, maybe some exhales out the mouth. Then plant that left foot. We're going to bring the right leg up. Hold it here. Feel that nice long stretch behind the left calf. And exhale, I want you to bring your right knee up all the way into your right armpit. Hold for a breath. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring that foot down. We'll switch sides, lift that left leg up. Really feel that nice stretch through the right calf. Big inhale. Exhale, bring that knee all the way to the armpit. Hold for a breath. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, bring the foot down. And then we're just going to come into a plank pose. Pause here. And if you want to take it down, knees, chest, chin, you can do that. You can lower down nice and slowly, whatever is calling you this morning. Just going to lower down. And then just make a little cradle for your forehead with your hands. And you can just rest your forehead on top of your hands, kind of wiggle side to side. And then we're going to take our hands and come into cobra. So if you can see me. So we're going to come up right onto our forearms. Really pull through the chest. So you're pulling onto the mat, kind of gripping down on your hands and your forearms. Really feel the nice stretch across the belly. Couple breaths. And then come up to the hands. Bring the hands back by the hips, really nice and slow. See if you can get that lift through the chest even higher. And exhale, release. Rest your left ear on the mat. Bring your hands back, palms face up, and just rock back and forth, side to side. And then on an inhale, bring your forehead back to the mat, hands up towards your shoulders, lift into cobra, squeeze the elbows towards each other. Couple breaths. Really feel that pull across the belly. Exhale, release. Rest the right ear on the mat. Wiggle back and forth. Awesome. And then on an inhale, push up, spread your knees wide, take a nice little child's pose. And inhale, come all the way up. And we're just going to swivel around, come into your butt. This is going to be really fun. I did this the other day with my little retreat thing with Guru Jagat, and I was just looking at her, just teaching this, like, is this going to be over anytime soon? I don't know if you know how much pain I'm in right now. She was just kind of laughing, so we did the best we could. So that's what we're going to do now. So you're going to come into your boat pose. So you want to come lean back and just roll down really nice and slow. And then for this, we're going to work with a breath of fire. So if you're pregnant or if you've eaten a ton today already, I would just take some nice heavy deep breaths. What we're basically doing is lifting our head up, arms are out, and then feet are about 2 to 3 feet above the floor. And you can start your fire breath here. So it's feel that core firing up and keep breathing. When it was getting a little bit hard for me, I would lower one foot, keep one foot up, and then switch. So you could try that one as well. You can bend your knees if you need. Just be careful of your low back. We're just going to do this for a little longer. Ten more breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, release. We did that for like 5 times as long. My abs are still hurting 3 days later. So just breathe, let that all settle in. The fire breath is really nice and energizing. It kind of helps massage all the internal organs in your belly, because on that exhale, what you're doing is you're forcing your belly button back to create the air movement out. And then the inhale comes a little bit naturally. Just keep taking some breaths. We're going to do that one more time. So whenever you're ready, inhale the head, inhale the feet, and start to fire your fire breath. So you're bringing that belly button down and in. Out the nose, the inflow should come pretty naturally. And more. And exhale, release. That fire breath just adds a whole nother level to core work in that boat pose. So just take a couple more breaths. Then we're just going to continue and get into that good old bicycle. So what you want to do is you want to bring your legs up, and when your left knee is up, bring your hands over to the left side. So you're going to kind of grasp your hands, make a little pointer finger, like a little kind of this pose. So your left knee is up, your right knee is out, you're reaching to the left. Inhale, switch. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, extend. Exhale to the left. Inhale, extend. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Use your breath. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release. Feel the core. I hope you guys are feeling this as much as I am because it hurts. I don't want to be doing it alone. Couple more breaths. Then inhale the knees up into the chest. And we're just going to take some nice rock and rolls. Until you come on over, come all the way back into tabletop pose. And breathe. Notice how your abs are feeling. Notice if you're feeling a little more energized, a little bit more tingly. And then on the inhale, you're just going to bring that right foot back. Take a breath, really square off the hips. Then take that left arm up and really stretch here. Engage the core. You should feel that pretty quickly right in the core area after all that core work. And then stay here, or there's the option to bend your right leg and reach back with your left hand. See if you can grab for the heel or the toes. And push that, if it's accessible, right leg into the palm of the left hand. Should feel a nice stretch across the back, across the belly. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Just take a brief child's pose. And inhale, take it to the other side. So find your tabletop. Bring that left foot out, push in the heel towards the wall behind you. Feel nice and balanced there, hips are square. Then inhale the right arm up. Really stretching here, take a couple breaths, feel that core work. And then inhale if it's accessible to you and you want to take the next step. Even if you can't reach your foot, this is really great, kind of nice back stretch for you. If you can reach your left foot with your right hand, really press the foot into the palm. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Coming down into child's pose. Take a few breaths. Rest your forehead on the mat. And on an inhale, roll on up. And we're just going to take our feet in front of us. Let's see what time it is. Okay, good. So we're just going to take both feet in front of us, flex through the toes. Really nice, strong length through the back. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. So you're hinging as far forward as you can first. And then you can bring the hands down to the knees, the shins, the ankles, or the feet. Nice big breath in. Big exhale. See if you can lower a little further with every exhale. Two more breaths here. Feel free to bend the knees a tiny bit if that helps. And on an inhale, come on back up. And we're just going to take our right foot to the inside of the left thigh. So your left leg straight out, kind of making a figure four with your legs. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, really reaching forward first and then dropping through the hands. And you're pulling your chest towards that foot. Really nice deep breaths. Take it easy and slow. Another big inhale, come on up. And we'll just switch sides, bringing that left foot to the inside of the right thigh, flexing the toes. Big inhale. Big exhale, reach all the way forward and then drop the hands. Take deep breaths. Flexing through the foot, really focusing on breathing into the hamstring. And then inhale, come on back up. We're going to take both legs again. See if you can notice a difference from the first forward fold to the second, now that we just stretched each leg individually. So you can flex the toes, big inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Grabbing for the knees, the shins, the ankles, or the feet. And kind of wiggle back and forth, get those sit bones nice and firmly planted into the ground. Couple more breaths. And then inhale, come on up nice and slow. We're just going to get into the core a tiny bit more, just one little roll back. So you can keep your legs straight or knees bent, whatever feels best for you. And we're just going to take a nice, slow little roll all the way down to our backs. Really try and make it as slow as possible, feeling the lower belly first, and then it's kind of working all the way up. Once you land, just take a breath. And we're just going to bring that right leg up into the chest, grab the knee, hug the knee, take it side to side. See if you can kind of pinch that like hip flexor area there. So you're squeezing the knee. And then exhale, bring it over to the left side. So we're taking a nice little side twist. Maybe look over to the right. With every exhale, feel that release through the spine. And then inhale, come back to center. We'll switch sides. We're just going to take that left knee up into the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. Maybe move it side to side. See how the difference in kind of stretching areas and how they feel. And then exhale, bring that left knee over to the right side. Let it fall. Take the left arm out. Look over the shoulder. Maybe notice if one side feels a little bit different than the other. And then inhale back to center. Take your knees and give them a nice big squeeze into the belly. Maybe give your knees a little kiss. Squeeze everything in your body super, super tight. So you're going to really nice tight little ball. Squeeze the face, the hands, the toes, the legs, everything you can. Take one big inhale. And then you can exhale into Savasana. So you can take up a lot of space if you'd like. Your arms are out, your legs are nice and wide. Unfortunately, my little yoga room isn't super wide, so I could touch my hands on both sides, but just take up as much space as available for you. If you want to stay in Savasana for the meditation, you're more than welcome. If you prefer to stay in the Savasana for a little bit and then move up to seated, you can do that as well. So wherever you're comfortable. If you're in Savasana and want to put like something over your eyes, like your t-shirt or something like that, or a pillow under your knees or your head, you can do that as well. But otherwise, just find somewhere really comfortable and start to deepen your breath. So really big, full filling inhales. And then big exhales. And with those exhales where you're forcing air out, just envision your body melting slowly into the mat or connecting deeper with the sit bones into the ground. If you're in bed, just imagine you're like getting right down deep into the mattress pad and just kind of seeping into that. Find a point of focus in your body today that you feel like needs a little bit more love and care. Could be your belly or your heart or your head. I've heard some people complaining about headaches lately, so just really focus on any ailment that you feel like you have in your body that's affecting you or kind of hurting you or making you not feel as great as you could possibly feel. We're going to send lots of love through the meditation to this space in your body. I've been diving deep in a lot of research lately, to say the least, and one of the things that I'm really, really intrigued by is the power of kind of meditation and thought and how people have found the ability to almost heal themselves through visualization, meditation, breath work. It's pretty incredible. So use your mind and the power you have in there and really focus on any part in your body that's not feeling so great. If every part is feeling wonderful, that's amazing. Just maybe focus on something that you want to enhance even more. Just imagine, turn yourself into a little fairy or just like tiny, tiny, so little that you're able to explore the insides of your body. So shrink yourself down, imagine what you would look like, what feelings you would be feeling, the kind of adventure of exploring. And you're going to enter your body through a door, but just see the door right now. So you're kind of in this dark, empty place. There's a door you can enter. You're about to grab the handle to enter this space. And the space is going to be that part of your body that you've been thinking about, or the part of your body that you feel like needs a little bit more love today. So just envision the door. Maybe imagine what could possibly be beyond the door. Notice how you're feeling, reaching for the door, just about to go in. And whenever you've prepared yourself, you can open that door. Just take a little look around. What do you see? What colors? If that is a place of kind of pain, is there something in there that stands out amongst the rest that's like a little darker or even a little bit more warmth? So just take into consideration, you're entering into this body part, but it is its own kind of room, its own little fortress. And then as time bit further. So you're taking steps, exploring in this world. Maybe like trees are popping up, or flowers, or just a lot of beautiful green grass. But this place that you just entered is infinite and vast. So just keep walking around, notice things that, new things to see. I want this to be like the vision of something that makes you feel so good. Keep going and notice, you see this brighter light kind of coming from somewhere. Maybe it's trickling through the trees, but it just catches your eye and your attention, and you start to head towards this beautiful light that you see. Keep walking towards the light. And as you get closer, you notice the sound of water, almost like a waterfall or a river. You keep going because the sound and the light is exciting, and you don't know what's to come next in this area. And as you get closer and closer, the air kind of gets a little bit cooler. So you feel that cool kind of wet, moist air quality that would be by like a body of water, like the ocean or a lake. Keep going, and you notice it's this beautiful waterfall flowing into a river. And take yourself and stand under that waterfall. So you go and you just let that beat on your head. I don't know if anyone's ever stood under a waterfall before, but it's a crazy experience. It's just like big droplets of water smacking down on your body. So envision that really cold, cold water, and it's just washing down over you, taking away any sort of anxiety or stress or any of that pain. Like if you were imagining your stomach has been kind of off, just imagine that flushing all of the bad out. It's getting the bad out. And just keep feeling the cold water dropping over your head, running down your body. Stay under that cool, refreshing water as long as you want. But once you feel like you've had your fill and you feel like your cup is filled up, you feel really good, your body's tingly, you're rejuvenated and refreshed, we're just going to make our way nice and slowly past all those things that you envisioned were in that little space of yours. And you're going to revisit them all on the way back out. So if there was a really big, beautiful tree that you noticed, make sure you give that a visit on your way out. If there was a field of flowers, don't forget to pass by, maybe smell them. And you're taking your way sort of out of this space that you created for yourself. And this space will always be there. You just had to go in and fix that one little thing, retune it by getting nice and refreshed by that cold, cold waterfall. Finally, you make your way to the door to exit. You can come on out of the door and try and come back to your body a little bit. Maybe some big deep breaths. Maybe shake your hands and your feet a little, coming back into this physical realm. Just know that if you're ever feeling uneasy or unhealthy, or like some part of your body just isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing, you can always kind of go in and visit and just peek in, say hello, maybe rinse off, get all the bad out, and then come back out. So it's always accessible to you in your own mind to be able to enter those spaces in your body. And then take a really nice deep breath. Let it out the mouth. If you were laying down in Savasana, you can come slowly make your way back up to seated. Keeping your eyes closed. And then we'll just take a couple deep breaths together. So if you're sitting up, bring your hands together, palms are touching at heart center. Really press your thumbs into that space. We'll just take a big inhale. And if you want, you can do like a lion's breath out, which looks really funny, but you cross your eyes and stick your tongue out and go, it's pretty awesome if you want to try, but it's a big inhale in the nose. Exhale. Big inhale. Exhale. Last one, big inhale. Awesome. Thank you all for joining me today. Again, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. If you have any needs or wants or anything from me, ask that too. We can do specific things every day if you want. I am doing I don't know why, I've never felt this before in my life, but my body is calling for a kind of detox. So I'm going to do like a bone broth fast for today, see how it goes, and maybe carry it into tomorrow. So I'll keep you posted on that, but I don't know why my whole body is just like, fast. Like, let's fast. Let's finish this detox. Let's purge out the rest of everything. We had just like this crazy cosmic thing on the 4th. We have a full moon coming on the 7th. We're in quarantine. Everything's kind of shifting. So what a better time than to really like take care of your gut, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll keep you posted on that. Otherwise, I hope you have a really beautiful Monday. Get in the sun a little if it's shining for you. And yeah, don't hesitate to ask for anything you need. I'll be here again tomorrow at 10. The only day I won't be here at 10 is Friday. I'm doing a little breathing breathwork workshop online. So I won't be here Friday morning, but I will be here the rest of the week at 10. So hopefully you join in and have a really good day.